What if I told you that the most hostile, bone-dry deserts on Earth are not barren wastes, but high-precision biological laboratories? What if I told you that while modern man collapses from heat exhaustion and dehydration within hours, ancient nomadic tribes marched across dunes for weeks, possessing an internal hydration system engineered by nature itself? We've been conditioned to believe that life cannot thrive without constant artificial comfort. But the nomadic masters of the burning sands, from the Tuareg of the Sahara to the Bedouins of Arabia, knew a secret. They didn't fight the desert, they decoded its flora. They discovered a set of 7 desert miracles that didn't just keep them alive, but upgraded their stamina, thickened their blood against heat stroke, and turned their bodies into absolute survival machines. Today, for ancient vitality, we are stepping into the furnace to uncover the 7 hidden plants of the nomads. Let's unlock the primal vault. Imagine a plant that can completely dry up, turn into a dead brown ball, and survive without a single drop of water for 100 years, only to turn vibrant green within hours of a rainfall. This is Myrothamnus flabellifolius, the resurrection plant. Ancient African nomads used this miracle herb as a tonic before long journeys. Modern science has found that its leaves are packed with a rare matrix of trehalose sugars and polyphenol that protect cell membranes from absolute desiccation. When introduced into the human body, it acts as a cellular reanimator, protecting your internal proteins from heat-induced damage, lowering cellular stress, and preventing your tissues from breaking down under extreme physical pressure. Deep in the hyperarid zones of Africa grows Balanites aegyptiaca, the desert date. To the ancient Egyptians and desert travelers, this wasn't just a fruit, it was a biological shield. The sap and oil of this tree are incredibly dense with steroidal saponins, compounds that regulate hormonal balance under extreme stress. Nomads consumed this when water was scarce because it forces the liver to optimize its glycogen storage. It acts as a long-burn energy bank, releasing glucose into your bloodstream with microscopic precision, ensuring that your muscles don't run out of fuel even when you haven't eaten for 48 hours in blistering heat. Growing in the barren, wind-swept sands of the Middle East is Alhajai maroram, or the camel thorn. This plant sends its roots over 50 feet deep into the earth to pull up rare trace minerals. During the hottest months, its stems exude a sweet, crystalline resin known as manna. Nomadic caravans harvested this resin for one primary reason: osmoregulation. It is loaded with bioavailable potassium, magnesium, and calcium that work like a natural lock on your cells. It alters the way your body handles sweat, allowing you to retain critical electrolytes while flushing out metabolic heat, effectively making you immune to the sudden cramping and dizziness of heat exhaustion. When crossing a featureless desert where one wrong turn means death, psychological panic is your biggest enemy. To battle the mental terror of the endless sands, the sand bushmen of South Africa used Sceletium tortuosum, a wild desert succulent. They would chew its fermented leaves to ground their nervous system. Today, neuroscience knows it as a powerful mesembrane alkaloid matrix. It acts as a natural PDE4 and serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It doesn't drug you, it sharpens you. It suppresses hunger, eliminates anxiety, and induces a state of calm, hyper-focused endurance, allowing a hunter to track prey for days in total silence and absolute emotional control. In the high deserts, toxic stings, bad water, and rancid meat can kill a nomad faster than dehydration. To combat internal poisoning, tribes used Salvia eremostachya, or desert sage. This plant produces volatile essential oils rich in carnosic acid and cineol to defend itself against desert predators. When drank as a concentrated brew, it acts like a high-speed filtration sweep for human blood. It aggressively downregulates systemic inflammation, flushes out the liver's toxic backlog, and purifies the circulatory system, ensuring that your internal organs stay clean and oxygenated even when breathing in hot, dusty air. Deep in the Namib Desert, where it virtually never rains, grows a leafless, thorny shrub that produces a bizarre, spiked fruit, the Nara melon, Acanthocisios horridus. For the Topner people, this fruit was the difference between life and death. The seeds of the Nara melon contain an ultra-pure, high-density matrix of linoleic and oleic essential fatty acids. Unlike regular water which passes through you quickly, These healthy lipids build and strengthen the lipid bilayer of your cell walls. It provides deep tissue hydration, preventing cellular water loss from the inside out and keeping your skin, eyes, and internal membranes lubricated in zero-humidity environments. Finally, growing completely underground, parasitizing the roots of desert shrubs in the Taklamakan and Sahara deserts, is Cistanche tubulosa, known by ancient nomads as the ginseng of the desert. Because it lives in total darkness beneath the burning sand, it concentrates massive amounts of echinococide and actiocide. Nomadic warlords used it to multiply their physical recovery speed. Modern clinical trials show that Cistanche stimulates the release of growth hormone and supports the proliferation of adult stem cells. It forces your bone marrow and muscles to regenerate at an accelerated rate, repairing the micro tears of a long march overnight, so you can wake up and conquer the dunes all over again. The nomads of old didn't survive the desert because they were lucky. They survived because they were armored by nature's most brutal chemistry. The resilience of these 7 desert miracles is still alive, still waiting to be infused into your modern, fragile biology. You can choose to stay soft, dependent on the synthetic, temperature-controlled illusions of the modern world, or you can introduce the survival blueprint of the nomads into your veins. Smash that like button if you're ready to build an unbreakable frame. Drop a comment below. Which of these desert survival secrets shook your dimag the most? I read every single comment because we are rebuilding the modern tribe together. Subscribe to Ancient Vitality, and I'll see you in the next one.